I think the appeal of Real Madrid has a lot to do with its history. Players all around the world are attracted by that history.
No other club can offer you that. They can give you more millions, but at the end of the day, what do you want? You want the trophies.
They are a kind of footballing royalty. There is this idea that this club is just bigger than anything else you could ever imagine.
This is Real Madrid's aura. They can do almost whatever they want.
It's hard to explain, you just have to live it.
Real Madrid don't pay with money, they pay with glory.
We like to say that Madrid is the capital of the world. It's a very international city, very welcoming city, very warm city. To me, it's paradise.
Madrid is a fantastic place to live with great climate, great food, beautiful architecture. It really has everything that anybody could want.
People love football in Madrid. Atletico de Madrid, Getafe, Rayo Vallecano. There's a number of very important teams, very good Madridian football teams. Of course, Real Madrid attracts a lot of people.
Why do people keep getting attracted to Real Madrid? I think in a way the answer is simple, and at the risk of sounding flippant, is because they win all the time. They win because they're huge, because they have great players.
When Real Madrid knocks on the door of a player, it's kind of, okay, this is no-brainer. If they're mainly interested in winning trophies and being part of a history which is full of glory and great moments, they want to sign for Real Madrid.
I think that's what makes Madrid so appealing to me, is it's a great history, but you want to be one of the players that adds to it and continues to make the club the greatest.
They feel they can win the big trophies here. They feel they are closer to winning the Champions League being here. Some players also feel they are closer to winning the Ballon d'Or playing for Real than playing in other teams.
I think there's a mystique around them as well. I think there's something in even simple things, like there's something in the colour of the kit. There's something in the fact that this history goes all the way back. There's something in the fact that their success comes in Europe in particular. A team that wins a domestic league over and over and over again can have a huge impact nationally, but would never have the international impact that Real Madrid have winning the European Cup.
There's a kind of feeling that the Champions League belongs to Real Madrid. It is ours, in a way.
Real Madrid have that arrogance, that confidence that you see on the pitch in the Champions League or whatever it might be, and it extends to everything off the pitch as well. That ability to feel that they can do whatever they want, and quite often they get away with it.
Real Madrid's Galactico project, in which they already had Roberto Carlos, Raúl, Iker Casillas, and they signed Figo, Zidane, Ronaldo and Beckham. The truth is, for 3 years that project failed. And yet there was something about just the size of it, the glamour of those names, the fact that you could come here and watch arguably the 4 best players in the world, or the 5, or maybe even the 6 best players in the world, all play for the same team. I think it's extraordinary.
But when Real Madrid signed the Galacticos, they were already Galacticos when they arrived. Here, we're seeing them form before our eyes.
Back then, in the beginning of the century, we had the money to buy the best known players in the world. Of course, Premier League have more money than Real Madrid right now, you know? So the strategy had to be different.
That's why we're seeing now a determination to get the best players in the world younger. So before, you would have had a situation, let's say Vinicius. Real Madrid buy him as an 18-year-old. In the past, I think Real Madrid would have thought, well, let someone else have him until he's 22, 23, 24, and we know he's the best in the world, rather than we think he might be, and we'll buy him then. And I think now, because of economic realities, and also I think because of a slight twist in the way that they want to mould those players when they're here, I think it is a kind of a younger version of the Galacticos project, and I do think it's changed, and I do think they have understood some of the mistakes that were implicit in the previous approach, and change them for this one.
Johnny Calafat really is the brain behind the signing of these new emerging stars that Real Madrid have signed. I know that this guy, Johnny Calafat, approaches these young players telling them, do you want to win the Champions League? And normally the answer is yes.
Every summer they're trying to bring the best young talent. Now is coming Endrick, probably one of the best players from the Brazilian league. We are always expecting a new young talent, and even better than the one before.
A lot of the conversation has been Real Madrid are really good anyway. Imagine this lot with Kylian Mbappe. No one is ever completely unbeatable. But the excitement, the emotion around this place is that this team is going to be almost impossible to stop.
We don't talk so much about the Galacticos here anymore. It's a different kind of team now. They might be better than that team.
I think we can see a dominant Real Madrid for a long time, but there's going to be competition, particularly in Europe. But in Spain, Real Madrid should win the next 9-10 leagues easily with this team.